On this auspicious day, the sun takes its lowest arc across the sky. It sets its farthest point south on the horizon. The longest night and the shortest day of the year are followed by a renewal as the days grow longer. All of this, plus we get to sing holiday songs in our lowest possible register. Silent night.
Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night, with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I
Yes, welcome folks to episode 25, live-ish from SpragueLand. Thanks so much. Back in December of '42, Emery Gilbert of Toledo, Ohio, figured the best way to celebrate the holidays was to bring the whole hurricane to the ice rink and skate off happily into the new year. Great concept, and thus Holiday on Ice was born, and I figured for us out here in California, we need a West Coast version of Emery's Sub-Zero grand vision. So folks, I bring you Holiday on Saltwater. We've been doing these holiday concerts for over 40 years. Up until last year, they'd taken place in Del Mar, but now we're pivoting in the shadow of the pandemic and doing them as a live stream instead. That last tune that you heard, we played Joni's Free Man in Paris, and we got into it by way of a Christmas song. Do you hear what I hear? And then I sang Silent Night, though. Did you catch that? That came about, it was funny. My wife, Steph, we were talking about how I always like to start the show with something, a little twist. And she put me up to the challenge of singing as low as I could. And how embarrassing. But there you have it. That was her front.
What key
I
was
love
that?
hearing you sing, so.
What key was that anyways?
Well, I don't know. I sort of started out low, and I thought, I can get lower than that. So it was, we'd have to get one of your sons. Justin told me
Yeah,
today
they would know.
They'd have perfect pitch, so they could have told me. Hey, tell us where you're from. Type into the chat where you're from and say hello, and we have some magic that'll happen down the way. Let me tell you who's in the band playing on the drums. Out in the drum booth over there is Duncan Moore. Duncan. Duncan's killing it. And let's see, in terms of relationship to where I am here, Trip is in a small little room way over there. That's Trip Sprague playing saxophone and flute and harmonica. We have the lovely Pam Prindell singing in the main room. Pam Prindell. I just love the way she sings. Danny Green playing piano in the piano room. Yeah. And the man with two young boys that have perfect pitch, Justin Grinnell on the bass, upstairs, above here. Hey, let's check in with Steph to see how the sound is. Any reports on sound, Steph?
Yes, quite a few. And a few comments are tip-top. Audio and video sounds perfect. Sounds great.
Good.
So,
you know, one of the guys that we usually base some sound judgments on is Peter Rahill. And I know he said he's going to watch tonight, but somehow he got kicked off of YouTube. He can't make comments anymore.
Oh dear! Whoa!
And I never knew him to. He had really clever. He has clever comments and lots of them. And he's a funny guy, but I just don't know.
Was it something he said?
He's been silenced.
Well, anyway, we'll miss him, but good to know that the sound is working. All right, so let's do the. We're going to continue on. We have a bunch of great tunes and different artists singing them and playing. So we're. Oh, you guys hear that?
Here, the train.
There's the
Hey,
train.
Peter, do we need to clarify the "from" thing?
Oh yeah.
The operable
Thank
word
you.
is
Yeah,
"from."
if you want to, what it is, our resident tech guy who's hacking as we speak, right here in the control room, Brian, Digital Brian, he's got an app that does some magic stuff that if you type into the chat, say, I'm Billy and I'm from Coronado, it will make its best attempt to add you to the list of people, and we kind of visit. And then there's some people that put, if you feel inspired, put something funny in there too, where you live, and it'll go haywire. Okay, we're going to continue on. Alison Krauss tune called "The Lucky One of our favorite artists, Alison Krauss. It's folk / bluegrass music, and it just is gorgeous. All right, Duncan, you got the tempo for me? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
told, free as the wind blowing down the road. Loved by many, hated by none. I'd say you're lucky 'cause I know what you've done. No cares in the world or worry inside. Everything's gonna be alright 'cause you're the lucky one. You're the lucky one, always having fun. Jack of all trades, a master of none. Look at the world with a smiling eye and laugh at the devil as the train rolls by. Give you a song and a one-night stand. You'll be looking at a happy man 'cause you're the lucky one. Well, you're the last, I guess, by never knowing which road you're choosing. To you, the next best thing to playing and winning is playing and losing. You're the lucky one, I know that now. Don't ask you why, when, where, or how. Look at the world through your smiling eye and laugh at the devil as the train goes by. Give you a song and a one-night stand. You'll be looking at a happy man 'cause you're the lucky one. Woo. you bet your luck won't follow me. Give you a song and a one-night stand. You'll be looking at a happy man, 'cause you're the lucky one.
Yeah. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. That's Pam singing, just gorgeous. Love it.
Thank you.
We're going to move on. We're going to touch in with the guy that I was mentioning before, Digital Brian. He hails from Palm Springs. He's loves music, plays music. I first met him when I gave him guitar lessons, and he he did a beautiful technical angle on learning guitar, and but his main passion is hacking. So we're going to tune in with him. And what do you got for us, Brian?
Okay, Peter, again, good showing tonight. There's a little bit of a snowstorm going on, a blizzard pretty much all over the earth, from what I can tell. We're trying to wade through that. But, you know, we have, again, a real good following. We have a number of people, 2 people from Hawaii that I'm not familiar with. Maybe you are. Marcus Bass.
Marcus Bass.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound familiar.
And then another one, Hemisphere.
Oh, yes.
You're familiar with
Hemisphere is a friend of ours named Rob Shen, who's done a lot of recording here, and he also has a band called Hemisphere, and he spends Hawaii. He lives in San Diego, but spends Christmas in Hawaii. So good.
Very cool. Then there's a Link Spalding, which looks like up in the Northeast somewhere. Kenny Fitzgerald, which is buried down somewhere down in South America. And there's just a big showing, of course, in the Encinitas and San Diego area.
Yeah, that's
as
where
well
we
as,
reign supreme.
indeed, and there's a couple of relatives up in the Midwest where it's nice and cold, I'm sure, and that snow is representative of what's going on up there. So it's a real good standing here. Thank you very much, everybody, for dialing in again. I'll be tuning back in with you a little bit later.
Thank you, Brian. That's the weather plan, you guys. It's snowing all over the whole earth. We're going to play a piece by Chick Corea, one of our favorites. It's our arrangement of Spain, and it's one of his most popular songs. And if you know it, it's still, you know, we talk about jazz damaging music, and I don't think we jazz damaged, but we got close. So dig this, Spain. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful, ladies and gents. How about this band, man? Playing 7 figures and great solos. Once again, Danny Green on piano.
Did you say we're earning 7 figures?
Yeah, thanks, Peter.
Hey, that is a beautiful bring on, Duncan. Talking about money, because let me tell you, we play for tips on these live streams. How it works is we come up with a concept of what it should be, and then there's arranging time, time to write out charts. Man, that has got to be one of the most lengthy processes, is writing out charts. But if you get good charts, here's one rule if you're wondering about why it takes so much time to write charts. If you get good charts, you can breeze through rehearsals with players like these, where they read super well and everything's clear. Then we rehearse, we rehearse a couple times, and then we do this gig, and then we pray that some tips come in. I mean, we would actually do the gig without tips anyway, or a financial gain, but it really makes it happy to have that. So there's a tip jar. People usually pay with checks, old school snail mail, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle are all good ways to do it. We sure appreciate it. We'll leave the tip jar up at the end, and we might mention it one more time. Steve, you got the tip jar going there? Yep. Okay, cool. So that is the scoop there, Spain by Chick Corea, and we're going to tune in with my wife Stephanie. She helps out in so many different ways, and then she's managing the chat, and she's got some news for me. What's up, Steph?
Yes, hi everybody. Hope everyone is doing well, enjoying the holiday season. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching, listening, and we're loving the comments on the chats. That everyone is just having a good time, loving the music, and it's really fun to read what everyone is saying, so thank you. And I know that the musicians afterwards like to go listen and
yeah, tell them what we do afterwards.
See what everyone is chatting about, you guys. Yeah, so after the show, there's another show, sort of, where a lot of guys and gals in the band will sit around afterwards and watch the show on the big screen and look at what people have been chatting about, and it's pretty fun.
We care about what chatting about, but we also want to see how the lighting looked and all of that. Right?
Oh, yeah, and of course, listen to you play.
Oh, no. We've already heard that.
No, it is fun to hear.
And critique my switching mistakes.
Oh, that's Steve, by the way. Steve's in the house, too, and he's an incredible tech guy.
Yeah, he is.
And a good-natured guy, and we'll have a picture of him later on so you can see what he looks like. He's a good guy. Okay, so, Steph, any chat little segments stick out?
Oh, well, liking the solos. People are saying it's amazing. You should thank you for doing the show.
Neat.
So,
Neat.
And then people kind of checking in with each other, which is fun to
there's a
see
whole
people from different parts of the country kind of saying, oh, hey, hi.
Yeah, there's a whole social thing that happens. Well, that's why we call it Live-ish at SpragueLand. Thanks, Steph, by the way. That's why we call it Live at SpragueLand, because SpragueLand's the name of our studio here. We are in Encinitas, California, and we try to do the best we can with the world the way it is. So we've been having a great time doing this. We're going to move on. Let me introduce you to Lisa Hightower. She's on vocals. How about a hand for Lisa Hightower?
I've always wanted to make my entrance like this.
Oh, she did a vertical entrance, ladies and gents.
Is that the first vertical entrance?
It is, and
yes.
It was slick. Lisa's one of our favorite singers. I met her years ago. She was waitressing at the Rancho Santa Fe Inn, and we were playing a wedding there. And she sat in and blew our minds with, I think the song we played was How High the Moon or something like that.
Yeah.
And we've known each other forever, and she's just singing beautifully. And we're going to do a Cole Porter tune, Lisa. It's called Just One of Those Things.
As Dorothy Parker once said to her boyfriend, fare thee well. As Columbus announced when he knew he was bounced, it was swell, Isabel, swell. As Abelard said to Eloise, don't forget to drop a line to me, please. As Juliet cried in her Romeo's ear, Romeo, why not face the fact, my dear? Just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells now and then rings, just one of those things. It was just one of those nights, just one of those fabulous flights, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings, just one of those things. If we thought a bit of the end of it when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. end of this, when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. It was great fun, hate to say goodbye. On the run, fella, please don't cry. It was just one of those things. It was just one of those things. It was great fun, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah, Lisa.
Lisa. Man, a lot of words going on there, and a lot of rad key changes.
That distortion got me, Peter.
I know it did. I know, and you know, well, what's supposed to happen, folks? Let me tell you what's happening. I'm taking a solo in C minor, and it's totally shifted the key, but then I end on C minor, and it's supposed to happily blend into her coming back with the melody. But I started playing an E chord, got the distortion. So it totally jumbled her perception. But you did it. You pulled it out. Love it. All right, that's just one of those things. That's from a record that we all did called Planet Cole Porter, a hit record. I bought in 5 houses, 6 cars, 2 remote islands, and a loaf of banana bread.
Oh, yeah.
7 figures.
7 figures. 7 figurines of like little statues of the Star of David. Merry Christmas. Hey, we're going to hang with Digital Brian. He's put together some interesting stuff. How about a hand for Digital Brian? Yeah.
Okay, people, it's still snowing a little bit. We're going to make our way through that. But tonight what I thought we'd kind of take a look at is we're going to do the Santa Grammys here. I guess I'm into a little bit of the countdowns here recently, and what I wanted to look at was, what are the popular kids like in terms of holiday albums? And so we're kind of going to step through a few of them. We've got a number of them. We have 2 Mannheim steamrollers. We got a.
One question about that.
Yeah.
Duncan, do you remember Mannheim Steamroller?
Of course.
Because didn't John Archer have a connection with that?
Yeah, I think the owner of American Gramophone Records, wasn't his name Chip?
Chip Davis.
Chip Davis, yeah. And I think he was the founder of Mannheim Steamroller as well.
So
pretty
Brian,
sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. So Brian, was that the most well-selling album?
I'm actually starting from the bottom to the top. So that is the 10th in the list. But he has actually number 9 as well. Ooh. Is a Mannheim Steamroller. And both of those were at 6 million sales. Platinum means 1 million records, by the way, people. So both of those were 6 million sales. And then we moved on to a person that I'm really not that familiar with, but Josh Groban.
Oh, he's a good singer.
Is he? Okay.
And David Foster producing.
So moving along, everybody has an opinion about this next artist. Kenny G came in with 13 million.
Oh,
13.
Hey, we've been having long discussions about there's a really good, ladies and gentlemen, a really good documentary about Kenny G, and it sort of showcases the good of him and the things that people don't like about him. But what is it called?
Listening to Kenny G.
Listening to Kenny G. Trip, what did you think, man?
I thought it was really well done.
Talk up, my man.
I have to turn my mic louder. Anyways, I thought it was really well done, and I ended up kind of respecting him more than before I watched it.
Yeah.
But definitely worth watching. I think it's on
HBO,
Disney Plus, or HBO Max.
It's really good, ladies and gents. And I'm not a big fan, but everyone's got good stories about him. He's Circular Breeze. Apparently, he spends like the encore 15 minutes of just one note strolling around the audience, holding one note, saying hi to all the girls and stuff. That's jazz, baby. The funniest quote I heard, John Offercook, who's a very great jazz pianist and very opinionated, and he says, "Man, I can respect anyone that can make that much money playing jazz,
Playing an instrument,
yeah."
But you got to love the fact that he started out with Barry White's Love Unlimited Orchestra. I thought that was what a beginning for him, huh? So moving right along, we're going into the next one. We've got number 5, which is Michael Bublé. And you know what? I dig that album. What about you, Peter?
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's really fantastic.
Really great.
So he came in at the 13 million mark. The next one coming up is Celine Dion.
I like her, too.
She's pegging out at 14 million for sales for her. Big old, the Bingster, he's still there at 15 million sales on the Merry Christmas
for
album.
him.
Yeah, he's still a fixture in Del Mar, actually, he is. And then Mariah Carey at number 2, and number 1 is Elvis Presley, the king, still racks it in with 20 million records.
That's Stephanie's mom probably has that record. She's so into Elvis.
So we saw the popular ones. Now he's going to move on to the next. We say, okay, what are the cool kids actually listening to, or the hipsters? And so first of all, the hipsters, I figured we should kind of take a slight diversion and kind of talk about something else here. You know, the holidays mean a lot of people to a lot of people, right? There's a lot of things that happen in December. And one of those events is Kwanzaa. Now, most people that I talked to, Peter, where do you think Kwanzaa started?
I thought Africa, and I was wrong, right?
You were exactly wrong, like
It's
most
an
of the time that you
story
are.
where it comes from.
So it actually was started by a Long Beach professor at Cal State back in 1966, and he decided that the African American population should have their own holidays, so he kind of said, this is what we're going to do. And in the process then, what they have is they have these 7 candles which kind of represent this whole Holy Week, which starts on December 26th and goes through January 1st. And so the color of the candles, each of these different candles represents a different principle that they abide by. And the color of the candles, the red candles actually reflect the blood that the people shed. The black candle represents the people themselves, the African American populace. And then the green candles actually represent hope. And you can see there's a name for each one of these individual principles that they abide by.
Nice.
So okay, so I just thought, you know, a little bit of background here. Okay, so moving along, so we took each of the persons in the studio tonight at Live at SpragueLand. We said, well, what's your favorite holiday album? So this was one of the albums that came in first, and lo and behold, this was Peter's album, James Taylor.
Peter's favorite album.
Okay.
And folks, it's James Taylor, and he's got great arrangements, and he's doing Christmas music. So yeah, that's killing.
Pretty digging. Okay, the album that I actually chose, it's called Jingle Bell Jazz. It was done like in 1959. But what sets this one apart is it's pretty much a who's of the Columbia label at that time, including Herbie Hancock and Duke and Brubeck and Lionel Hampton and a bunch of others. But it's kind of a fun album. Now this, Peter, have you ever heard of this album?
Not since you came up with it. Tell them what it is.
Okay. This Johnny Bowtie Barstow, but you were saying something about it takes a really strange.
Well, okay, so first off, who recommended this?
Okay, well that was Danny.
Well, my feeling when I first heard it, I thought this music is strange, and it takes a strange person to inhale it. So Danny, let's get Danny on the line and see.
I knew I'd be on the hot mic for suggesting this one.
So Danny, what's the scoop, man?
Hey, I think it's a totally normal, good Christmas album. It was put together by a pianist up in LA named Larry Goldings. Mm-hmm. And as the legend has it, he met this singer named Johnny Bowtie Barstow at a jam session and really dug him. And so he recorded this album, and it's all Christmas songs and jazz standards. And
hey, Danny.
Yeah.
Brian copped a review from Amazon.
Oh, cool.
Listen to this.
Yeah. So I
review.
went up to Amazon. I got a 5-star review here that I just wanted to share. The person says,
only 5?
Yeah. This is hands down the funniest album I own. Tone deaf and happy as a clam, Bowtie delivers the most unpredictable, out of sync and off-key tunes you'll ever hear. And I have to agree with him.
I love it.
Yeah, all true.
It is great.
So
it's a must-hear, folks.
Moving along, we have Pam. Now, Pam's, she was a little bit shy about sharing this record with me about what she likes. But I reassured her. I said, I too am a big fan of the Carpenters' Christmas album.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of reasons for that, but I'd like first, Pam, you go ahead and share your reasons for liking it.
She's plugging her headphones in.
Okay, okay.
Explain your Carpenter's choice. I love the Carpenters too.
Yes.
Just a beautiful voice.
Yeah, it really is. Great voice, but you know, this is more like, it's kind of on the symphonic level because, you know, Richard Carpenter, he was classically trained, and as the word goes, they moved from the East Coast to the West Coast so he could continue his piano studies, but as soon as she opened her mouth, that was all over.
Poor Richard.
Yeah. So moving along, we have, a number of, we're just going to kind of scoot by some of the other people their recommendations about what they like in terms of Christmas albums, or holiday albums, I should say. Trip, you kind of surprised me. Nutcracker is what you came up with.
Which I don't even think it's a Christmas album, but
well,
in my house it is.
Yeah. And Kate came back in with Michael Bublé
She's got
again.
good taste,
Yeah,
Kate.
indeed. And so
that man's voice is smoother than butter.
I know. Kate, well put, man. You should be his promo agent.
So that's pretty much it. You know, now what I was going to let everybody know is I've been putting together these, a couple of people on my mailer, I put together some Spotify playlists. And volume 11 includes all of those albums we just looked at that all of the live-ish people enjoy. So you can go up to Spotify, search for Digital Brian. You'll see a bunch of those things. Look for number 11, and you'll be able definitely tune into Bowtie because he's something else.
That's the must hear.
It is.
Good work,
All right,
Brian.
and that's
Thank
it
you.
for now.
Thank you. Good work.
Thank you very much.
All right, we got a Beatles song. We like to always do a Beatles tune in our shows, and this is our version of Day Tripper featuring Lisa Hightower on vocals. Dunk, you got a tempo, man? We're all good.
Got a good reason for taking the easy way out. Got a good reason taking the easy way out now. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. I found out. She's a big teaser, taking me halfway there. She's a big teaser, taking me halfway there now. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. I found out she's a day tripper. Baby, stop tripping on me. She's a day tripper. Honey, stop pulling me down. Just let me right down to the ground. People go. Day tripper, I'm heading up. You bring me back down to earth. Take me for a ride. She's a day tripper, yeah. Tripper,
Franklin, Jackson. Love it. We're going to slow it down, a piece that I wrote with my friend Randy Phillips. She and I have written a bunch of songs together, and this is one of our favorites. It's called Rain, and it's a gorgeous ballad, I think. We've had a lot of nice comments on this one.
The flames grow higher. and the air's turning colder, and I'm with you once again, where we hiked so high, 'neath the mountain sky, with your arm round my shoulder, the clouds full of rain, the high meadow where we lay our blanket down, with the wind whispering its secrets all around, and we lay listening for the rainfall, and we lay breathing in the beauty of it all. Though far from me, I will always be up where the wild grasses sway, when we found our way to a place we'd never known, and waited for the rain, the rain. Though far from me, I will always be there in your warm, sweet embrace, in that sacred place where I fell in love with you. Surrounded by
Yeah, everybody. Man, that's an epic tune, Peter.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And Danny and I were scooting along, and we couldn't see each other, but we did our best, man. Great, Danny. That's called Ocean, that last one. And it just happened to fit in right after rain, so that's the way we went with it.
It's perfect, thank you.
Okay, so next up we have Tripp's daughter Kate's going to sing, my niece, and she's been hanging with us forever. Tripp, why don't you tell the folks about what's going to happen?
Let's see. So I met my daughter 20 years ago, and she first sang at one of the Christmas Eve concerts, I think when you were 2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, and she's done it every year since. And here we are again, Christmas Eve. The Christmas Eve concert is Friday. We're a little bit challenged with the weather, but we'll see. And so this year, Kate said, hey, Dad, maybe we could do one of my songs. Kate and I have been writing songs together. We probably have maybe 5 that are brewing, and it's kind of a process of half done. And so this was a good incentive to actually finish one of them and perform it tonight.
Yeah, I was like, I want to do this song. He's like, well, we have to finish it first. I was like, oh, good point.
So we're going to do that now, and this is kind of a Damage Lover song. I don't know.
It's depressing, not going to lie. But it's okay. It's okay to be sad on the holidays.
And Peter, is the levels good on her?
Yeah.
And the mic off, other mic off.
The other mic's off, yep. And I'll turn her up a little bit more. All right. We check the tuning a little bit. Playing with a capo to get that authentic feel.
Man, I want a capo for this song.
Totally. Tell them what key it's in.
Oh, like G flat and D flat and stuff.
That's a singer vibe right there.
Exactly. Yeah, Kate she sends me like an iPhone a cappella recording of her singing it, and I better stick with that key.
And he makes it sound good.
Okay, folks, I think we're about ready. Everyone good? Everyone on the front set up? Here it comes.
Another day where I'm stuck on the sidelines. Another day where I can't call you mine. Head in the clouds, yeah, I don't think you realize there's no one else who would stay by
does end on a happy chord, kind of.
That's something.
That's something. That is great, Kate.
Thank you.
Super cool. And now we're going to do another kind of an original that involves kids. This next one is one that my daughter Kylie, and then Steve, do you have a picture? There's Kylie. Kylie lives in Portland and has a brand new dog named Vinny, and that's a cool picture of the two of them. And one year around Christmas, we decided to give Mom, that's Stephanie, a Christmas present that was a song, and so we wrote a song together called "Close to the Good Things," and it's a neat view because it's Kylie's view of being kind and to grown-ups, I guess. Maybe that's why it's unique. So we're going to play it, and Kate's going to sing Kylie's part. This is awesome.
I love this song. It's so happy.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Everyone good?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here it comes.
For some shoes, hanging with my people,
Yeah, Kate.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Close to the good things. All right.
I want to say something.
Yes, yes.
Kate, that was beautiful. Just absolutely loved it. Yes. And thank you, Peter and Kylie, for that beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's my favorite so far.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was really fun. It was fun. We wrote that, and we never really we made a sort of a demo recording, but we never really got to play it live, so that was fun. Let's see, folks. We have a couple more. Brian, are we on presentation? Brian, or is it So What first?
No, I'm ready to go.
Okay, you got it. Brian's got a little bit more information for us.
Okay. All right, I figure, Peter, it's been a long, dusty year, right?
Yep.
And with the pandemic and everything going on.
Oh, turn your mic on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's been a long, dusty year with the pandemic, a lot of different things, but looking back, I think we need to do a little bit of a retrospective to see what actually happened over here at SpragueLand. So what we're going to see is pretty much a number of shows came through, and this is kind of a brief look at all 11. And you can see we covered a lot of different bases: Copenhagen Mist, Ocean Song, Earth Song, a number of different shows. Moving along, we get Corea, Miles Davis, and of course we have tonight. And who knows what next year will bring, right? So we've got many more to come. And the other thing that I wanted to kind of look at is, okay, who are the people that we had involved here this last year? We had a number of different musicians. And here we have just kind of a little cursory look at those folks as they kind of pass through the studio. Everybody the familiar faces: Duncan Tripp, Mark, Danny Green, a lot of them. Rebecca Jade, just saw her with Dave Cos, fantastic. John Overcook. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Brian went out to see Rebecca play in Palm Springs.
She was unbelievable. Just stellar. It was fantastic with Jonathan Butler. And Aubrey Johnson made a couple appearances this year. Justin, of course, too. Loved the Jocko bass tonight. and then we had another group here on the end. We have Fred's Daughters, Benedetti. And then, of course, we have the tech crew here with, myself, the digital shaman. And so that's it. I just wanted to kind of do a little review and retrospective. It was a great year. Thank you very much for watching all the shows. We appreciate
and how about a hand for Brian, Dr. Brian? Just completely hangs with all the graphics design and conceptual and figures. You notice he's always got, we did 35.625 reference dB shows this last year. Just fantastic.
I wonder what the average length of the song, of your songs. If we took all the songs,
give me a few minutes on that,
and then we compared that to the average chart length.
Pretty good comparison, because the charts tend to be a lot of, in fact, one of the shows, Andy had a chart that was 12 or 13 pages taped together. So yeah, good point.
But part of that information is buried in Finale somewhere.
Yeah, it's on my hard drive. Right. Hope they don't crash and burn. All right, we played a Miles Davis live stream last month, and this one tune is just so good. We got to do it again. It's called "So What," written by Miles Davis. 1, 2, 3. Great solos, all of you guys, man. So great. Danny, so sorry to cut you off like that. I just had to get the word out so everyone knew to move on. But boy, was that killer. So what? So what's the name of the song? All right. Our beautiful friends, the Benedettis, that's Fred, Regina, and Julia, a singing group. They usually are with us on Christmas concerts, but they couldn't make it this time. Fred, I think, had a gig tonight. So they are going to, they made a video of a song, and Fred, of course, is a great Beatles fan, so it's a Beatles tune with him and his daughters, and we're going to watch it right now. It's a nice little blip, and he's got his grandkids on the intro on this. You all set there?
I am just about set. Yes.
All right, so here's Fred Benedetti and the Benedettis.
Well, hello and happy holidays. My name's Fred, and of course I usually am here with the Benedetti Trio with Julie and Regina, but look who I've got today. I've got Marley and I got Luca. And we're the video that we put together, which was really fun to do, was a piece by a song by one of our favorite groups called
The Beatles.
Yes, indeed. And this is a song called Two of Us that Paul McCartney wrote. And this is kind of one of the tunes that was on the Get Back documentary series that was the 8-hour-long, beautiful series that we loved watching. And so we hope that you enjoy this rendition of Two of Us, which really does feature Regina and Julia, young and older. And also Marley, right? Aren't you playing the drums?
Bum-ba-da-bum.
You got it. That's right. And what are you playing? Do you remember?
Yeah.
That's right.
Two of us riding nowhere, spending someone's hard-earned day. You and me Sunday driving, not arriving on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. better believe it. Goodbye.
Okay.
We're back. How about a hand for the Benedettis? They are beautiful people, and we are so happy that they joined in on the happening here. We have 2 more songs for you, folks. Here's Joni Mitchell's version of a Christmas song. This is a beautiful one featuring Pam. This is called River. Everyone set?
Yes.
Yes.
Dunk, you okay? Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. But it don't snow here and it stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry. He tried hard to help me, and he put me at ease, and he loved me so naughty, made me weak in the knees. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I'm so hard to handle, I'm selfish and I'm sad, and I lost the best baby that I ever had. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. It's coming on Christmas, and they're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer, singing songs of joy and peace. I wish I had a river that I could skate away on.
sweetness. All right. We're going to do one more song, and we are going to give away a CD before we do that song. We have Brian. I hope you capture this tune get to hear this tune that he has set up for quiz time, ladies and gents. Quiz time.
Okay, it's that time. It's that time again. It's quiz time, people. I know you all look forward to it. Tonight, I want to start out with Joni recorded the song River, which Pam just sang on the album Blue, which we actually covered a couple shows ago. And it's about a romantic relationship and a breakup with a singer that wants to escape the painful bonds. Now the question for tonight is, River was thought to be inspired by Joni's breakup with whom? There you have it. That's the question for tonight.
And then how does it work?
Okay, go ahead and dial your answer into the chat. And of course, I will be weeding through those with a fine-tooth comb to find out who is the rightful winner of this question.
And then what do they get?
Oh, they get the Eberhard CD.
It's a CD by Lyle Mays called Eberhard, and it is fantastic. There's a picture of it, beautiful cover. And we got a special copy of it from Aubrey, right?
Yes, exactly. And it's a Grammy contender, is that true?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic.
And whoever's going to get the CD, it's a beautiful piece.
Can someone in the band win?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, if you know the right answer. Okay, yeah. When we give the answer, you say if you had it right, then we'll give you an extra Slurpee at the end of the gig. All right, folks.
Peter, Pam's mic on?
Yep, Pam's mic is on. Pam, test it just to be sure.
Check. Yes.
Okay, we're going out with a bang, ladies and gents. Lisa's on lead vocals. Pam singing backup. We've got the whole band going, and it's Paul Simon's You Can Call Me Out. This is a great tune. Makes me so happy.
Michelle Gilmore, if you're out there, this one's for you.
All right, folks, here it comes.
In the middle now, why am I soft in the middle now? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dogs in the moonlight, far away from my well-lit door. Mr. Beer Belly, get these mutts away from me. You know, I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty when you call me, you can call me out. A man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and whoa, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model now that my role model is gone? He ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along, there were incidents and accidents. There were hints and allegations. Woo! If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. world. Maybe it's a third world. Maybe it's his first time around. Doesn't speak the language. He holds no currency. He is a foreign man, and he is surrounded by the sound. Cattle in the marketplace, scatterings and orphanage. Oh, he looks around. He sees angels in the architecture, spinning infinity. He says, amen and hallelujah. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can run you along the path. I can call you Betty when you call me, you can call me.
Team.
Yeah, team. You hear that bass playing that lick at the end, man?
That was a good one.
That was a really good one. You can call me Al. Thanks, folks, for listening. Hey, Brian, who won the CD?
Okay.
Well, what's the answer?
Okay.
Let the band guess.
Yeah, okay. Let the band guess.
Stephen Stills?
Graham Nash.
Oh.
Is that Pam?
Pam has got it going on.
She knows.
Is that what you thought, Duncan, or what did you think?
Absolutely, Graham Nash. Yes.
Okay, you got it going on, man. You know your folk history.
That's
I thought
right.
it was
Don't
Johnny
you forget
Bowtie. Well, actually, there were some other interesting contenders out there because I saw people were struggling a little bit, and I said it's the name of a car. And
that's a pretty cool car.
So yeah, so Deirdre came back and she had some pretty interesting answers. She said a Robin Ford, or Mick Jaguar. or Stingray Charles.
Nice.
So anyway, the real winner was Gary Schaefer.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He finally gets one.
He finally gets one. Oh, good. Graham Nash. Well, listen, thank you. So Gary Schaefer, just send me a blip and I'll send the CD to you. And we'll probably have lunch next week anyway. So. Let me check in with our chat meister, Stephanie. Any last thoughts there, Steph?
Well, what a show. What a way to end the year with this SpragueLand number 25 show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, looking forward to more next year.
Let us know who the band was again.
Yes, I will. I will for sure. And well, let me tell you who the tech crew is first. That's Stephanie. Stephanie is my wife. I own her.
No. Nobody knows what she looks like.
I know, it's mysterious.
It's mysterious.
There's one photo of me on there.
Yes.
I have to say that before you introduce Steve, that we got a lot of comments on the photography, the video work, the switching.
Yeah. Excellent.
You did.
Yay, Steve.
Yes.
Great as always. Yes.
Man.
That guy is smart, every which way you know it, man. And then how about Brian, Digital Brian, Research and Development.
Hey.
Can I tell you who's in the band? That's Pam Pendrell singing, lead singing Pen can go.
Really good.
And she knows her trivia too. We love that. And that's Lisa Hightower on vocals.
All right, Lisa. Great job.
That's my brother Trip Sprague playing saxophone, flute, harmonica.
Yeah.
Kiwi. Danny Green on the keyboards, piano. Danny Green. Right upstairs here, we have Justin Grinnell playing bajo electrico.
Hello.
Bajo electrico.
Thank you so much.
And over there in the drum room, in his own climate, subclimate, that's Duncan Moore drums. You hear those tom fills on that last tune, man? That was quality tom fills right there. Not only the sound, but the placement, the rhythmic placement. He has it going on. My name is Peter Sprague.
And
hey.
also Kate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's in front of the camera.
Is she?
Yep.
There's Kate.
Kate Sprague.
That is so great. Hey, Kate, are we going to do the live stream? I mean, the in person. What's your prediction for the rain?
I would love to, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Why do you think?
Because freaking rain, man.
The weather.
The weather. What's the percentage? Anyone got it?
Yeah, I checked. It's
100% on my
100.
phone.
Yeah, 100.
It's 100 now?
Danny.
Oh.
Oh, please. 100%.
Grinch.
Oh, okay.
What
so
a Grinch.
I don't think the concert's happening. I'll still wait for a day or something. But anyway, let's see. We play for tips. We'd love you to chime in, and if you feel good about it, we've got about 9 or 10, 8 people here on the payroll tonight. Yeah, it's something else. So lean into it if you got it. And let's see, we have the different modalities all covered. Snail mail. That information will be at the.
I haven't even started my Christmas shopping yet.
I know you and shedding the music probably. Bless your heart, man. So tip jar. We're thinking about doing some more shows again coming up. Nothing's on the books yet, but we will be back in January with some new live-ish with some theme. Danny, I was thinking maybe we would do a tribute Rebels with a theme of home is there's nowhere like home. So I'm thinking I'll release the trigger once I know for sure.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yes.
No place like home.
All right. So that's the show, folks. Great to be with you. Have a great holiday time. It's great when work doesn't happen. And we're going to leave you with the tip jar, plus Brian's beautiful daughter, Christy, who lives in Montreal. And she's got a little poem for you that you can listen to as you tip heavily. All right. Bless your heart. There it goes. Keep the sky in your head.
Brian Christy. Merry Christmas from Montreal, from the daughter of Tech Brian Christy. 'Twas the night before live-ish, when all through the night not a camera was whirring, no tip jar in sight. Show curtains were hung on the wall with great care, in hopes that Surf Peter would soon be there. The view.
I never know where to look.
Joyeux Noël de Montréal, de la fille de Tech Brian Christy. Merry Christmas from Montreal, from the daughter of Tech Brian Christy. 'Twas the night before live-ish, when all through the night not a camera was whirring, no tip jar in sight. Show curtains were hung on the wall with great care, in hopes that Surf Peter would soon be there. The viewers were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of a killer gig danced in their heads. And Steph doing lighting and Steve on the cam, Had just performed sound check and it all sounded glam. When out of the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang for my Mac to see what was the matter. I closed all my windows, put files in the trash, checked the system's folder, and dumped an old copy of Flash. The moon on Leucadia waves were aglow, giving luster of midday to the ocean below. When what to my sun-baked eyes did appear but a bloke on a surfboard and 8 musos now near. With a little sprite surfer so lively and sweet, I knew in a moment he must be Surf Pete. More rapid than Siegel's musicians they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Duncan, now Justin, now Trip and Kate, on Lisa, on Danny, on Fred, don't be late. To the back of the drum set, inside studio wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As sheet music before offshore breezes fly, when they meet with an obstacle, fly up to the sky. So into the studio musicians they flew, with instruments, music, and microphones too. And then piano tinkling I heard on that night, the prancing and pawing at each muso mic. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down count came from Surf Pete for next round. He was dressed like a surfer from his head to his foot, and his clothes were real groovy, an Aussie Ugg boot. A bundle of iPads he had flung on his back, a lively tuned peddler with music made on a Mac. His arrangements, they shimmered, his eighth notes, how merry! His tempos were sprightly, his key changes hairy. His stern mouth was drawn like an acoustic bass bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The Fender guitar pick he held tight in his teeth, and the capo encircled his guitar like a wreath. He had a slight build, no hint of a belly, but shook when he laughed like Andrea Bocelli. He was knee-deep in music, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know we had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to work, played tune after tune, then turned with a jerk, and laying his guitar aside of his chair, and giving it a nod, pulled on his beard hair. He sprang to his surfboard, to musos gave whistle, and away they all surfed to the beach at dismissal. But I heard him exclaim, ere he rode out of sight, "Dude, ain't life bitchin'? Come along if you might."